Okay, guys, um, I am just making this quick video because I wanted to answer the question I posted on my Facebook page. So, what this is actually oyster mushroom. I was in the grocery store some months ago and I saw this customer asking the clerk about the oyster mushrooms. And so I said to her after she finished talking to him, how how good is it? And she was like, of course it's really good. um, and you do it like this and you do it like that and etc etc. So I said, okay, since I've never tried it and I've always just looked at it, and I always got the round ones that we normally buy or you see in your pizzas, or the portobello mushrooms, but I usually get just the round brown ones, not even the white ones. I just get the brown ones. And so I thought about trying it, and which I did. But I came home and I just looked at it, how it's done on YouTube. You know, you get all your different styles of cooking an item or recipes for cooking something on YouTube. Well, I did that on YouTube for this particular thing. So I saw a couple of things and way people would do it, just simple onions and sauteed and so on. So anyway, I did mines with my own little idea. And Frank said to me, "Wow, this is so good. It belongs on a menu in a restaurant somewhere." So wow, what a wonderful compliment I got. I felt really good about my cooking and stuff. And so, as you know, I do a lot of plants. I have a lot of house plants and orchids and so on and so on. That's my oh gosh, my ficus tree and my rosemary bush right there. Anyway, I have so many plants that every so often I'm always looking at my orchids to see how other people are taking care of theirs. And I came across a video on growing mushrooms at home, especially the oyster mushroom that I saw. So I went ahead and I viewed the video, and it looked very easy. And one of the ingredient was growing mushrooms from coffee grounds in your home. And I thought about it, I looked at it, and I said, wow, I'm always making coffee. I make coffee at home every day. I have a cup of coffee before I go to work, and so I always make my own. And I took the grounds that I had and I tried out the way the guy did his, and it looked something like this. It's in a mason jar. I have a date, so I'll know when I put this one to do was February 12th. And what it does is that's a coffee ground. I didn't do too much. It's you get the mushroom from the store that you buy, and especially in the oyster mushroom, there is something in the bottom of each stem. Sometimes you see it all up the stem. This white thing that looks like cotton. What it is actually something called mycelium, and that is a culture that mushrooms can grow from. It's like let's just call it the seed. And so a seed, like a plant seed that you would put in the soil. You put a plant tomato, for instance, you get a seed from tomato, you plant that and you get a tree. Well, this is what you would put in the coffee ground, and it is taking over the whole jar of coffee ground. Well, it's not a whole jar, it's like a quarter jar. It's a mason jar, and it's my brown coffee filter at the top, because you do want some air to be getting in and out. There's a lot of stipulations of how this gets done. A lot of cleanliness and sanitary things you have to do in order for this to grow properly. Otherwise, you can get mold in your coffee, and the whole jar could be destroyed. So you have to follow those steps. If you want to do something like this, you have to follow the steps that they talk about online, and that is using rubbing alcohol and sanitizing every single thing that you put the mycelium in contact with. So anyway, I did this one then. I did this long before this one, and this yellow stuff is actually straw that I had boiled water and just soaked the straw in the boiling water for about half an hour to kill any bacteria or any germs, whatever, in the straw. And I got the mycelium from online because mine's did not complete yet. See, it just maybe about a week now doing the staking over the top. So mine wasn't ready for this thing yet, but I just didn't want to wait. I went ahead online and I bought the mycelium that they sell on little pieces of wood from the big stores. That you can get it at any of the like Lowe's or any of those places here, any plant store or any garden center, and you can buy it. So long story short, I did that. I put the straw, I boiled the straw, I sanitized everything, and I put my mycelium in the straw, and I had sealed it in a bag and put it away in my cupboard for this time. And just about 3 days ago, when it has started to all take over the straw like that, it's going to take over the straw some more, and this is very healthy. This is very healthy because it's white and there is absolutely no fungus or anything growing on it. It's pure white. As long as it's pure white like this, everything is good. So that's my flush of mushrooms that's coming out there. I have 3 of them. I have one here, and it should grow within the next week. It should be ready for picking. It doesn't take long. They say it grows very fast. This is the second flush here, and then I have a third right there coming out. And I'm not sure if anything else is going to come out any other place, but I will see later on as the week go by. And yeah, so I am going to do this next, maybe in about 3-4 more days. It should take over the whole entire jar, and then I could do this and put it in another plastic bag and have it grow like that. Mushrooms are like $5 a pound, and if you like to eat it, and you know how thin they are and how much they can be, you can just buy 1 pound and it could just be one-time use only. So I really enjoyed doing this and experimenting with them, and then to see my results like this, I'm very excited about it. So okay guys, that's what the mystery question was. It is oyster mushroom that I'm growing at home. For my busy day at work, coming home, making dinner and doing everything else, I found time to grow some mushrooms. I will take another picture in 2 or 3 more days and see how big they have come, just so that you can see it. Okay guys, thanks for playing the game with me, and you have a fantastic evening.